Dogs are trained to apprehend and release on their handler's command.
Have you made your New Year's resolutions yet? Because we're just hours away from the new year.
LILA, what's going on with this trial?
Well, Gary, Crystal Finnegan said in a tearful testimony the last thing she remembers before the accident is singing with her two sons. Once a verdict is reached, we of course will be bringing you that information. Selma Street Elementary, a board that's supposed to inform its students, today is sending a message of hate. Now, can I taste test one of these peanuts? Neighbors say the blood trail actually started right here, just a few feet from the corner of Briar Hill and College Street. Gary, Al, like I said, I've got a corn dog for both of you, but if you guys don't get out here, I'm going to eat these, and Vicki and I will have one later after the show.
When they found my mom, I thought they were going to tell me that she was all right.
But Chantel Floyd quickly learned her worst nightmare had come true. Police say her mother, 50-year-old Deborah Floyd, had been murdered by her ex-boyfriend of 9 years before turning the gun on himself.
I don't think nobody ever think my mama leave her like that.
It all started yesterday when she didn't show up for work. Ozark police showed up at her home, 150 Deborah Lane, and believed she was kidnapped. They noticed her car was gone, but Thomas McLean, her ex-boyfriend's car, was parked nearby and his cell phone was in her driveway. They were later found in Pike County, both dead in her car. Ozark's Police Chief Tony Spivey says cases like these are often the hardest to handle.
Got a lady that's murdered, and there is no justice in that because he took his own life.
Family members gathered at Deborah's home to mourn her loss, and her daughter Chantel says she only wishes someone would have spoken up.
I don't want to tell anybody, if you know anybody that's somebody hurting them, you better do something, you better do it fast.
Now, all Chantel and her brother and sister can do is remember their mother, one who they say never lacked compassion.
She never owed a grudge. She didn't even have a grudge against him. My mama was a good person throughout her whole life.
What would motivate a 12-year-old boy to take his own life? It's a question one mother says she knows the answer to.
He was just tired of being pushed around. He was scared. He didn't feel like he was strong enough or tough enough. Through the years, he's been picked on.
Her 12-year-old son, Nicholas Johnson, killed himself last week.
I didn't see it coming.
A life-altering tragedy she blames on years of teasing and taunting from others his age. Nicholas moved to D.A. Smith Middle School in Ozark from Ayrton just a few weeks ago.
I knew that there was a problem and that his father had been getting a hold of the counselors and the teachers and stuff and trying to let people know that he was being bullied.
Ozark Superintendent Michael Lenhart said he's deeply saddened by Nicholas's death. However, the veteran educator believes bullying wasn't a factor.
His City League youth coach said he was one of the most popular kids on the team.
So why did he do it? We'll never know. But at this point, the why doesn't matter as much.
My heart is broken.
A shattered heart, but not a broken spirit.
If I can help any other mother not to be in the position that I'm in, or the next child tomorrow, the one that's going to be thrown against the wall by bullies and everybody walk by and ignore it, if I can help that child, that's my whole point in this.
And while Lenhart doesn't believe bullying is responsible for Nicholas's death, he admits it is a problem.
I think what we can do is teach students and adults who are being bullied ways to handle it that will stop it.
Whether stopping it would have saved the boy's life, nobody can say. But it would likely save a life sometime. In Ozark, LILA GRACE, WDHN News. Elizabeth Hinton woke up to a nightmare.
When I saw that blood laying out there, I know it was bad.
Her sister had been stabbed. Ozark's Police Chief Tony Spivey says it all started around midnight last night. 45-year-old Ricky Stokes was walking with 51-year-old Cheryl Hinton when they got in an argument. Stokes broke his beer bottle on Hinton's head and cut her under her right arm.
It was one of the longest blood trails of a stabbing victim I've seen in my career.
Neighbors say the blood trail actually started right here, just a few feet from the corner of Briar Hill and College Street.
Police say Hinton left the scene and walked about 200 yards. Hinton actually collapsed right behind her sister's house.
When I asked her who did it, I said, "Sure, what happened? Who did it?" She said, "Ricky Stokes."
Police say Stokes later turned himself in and confessed to the murder. Stokes claims it was self-defense.
His version is that she attempted to cut him, he struck her.
She later died at the Dale County Medical Center. Investigators say they were dating, but family members argue they were just friends.
So that's what's so strange about it, how them two wind up fighting or whatever happened down on that corner. I don't know.
And she may never know. What she does know is how much her sister cared about her.
When the day go by that she didn't tell me she loved me, even if she called me on the phone, the last thing she gonna say, I love you.
And it's those phone calls and visits from her sister that she says she'll miss the most. In Ozark, LILA GRACE, WDHN News.
Little split ends off. She's looking better now.
Ray Rayleigh steps back and admires his work. A trim, a buzz cut, it's all part of the job. Ray's one of those guys who whistles while he works, or should we say, sings while he snips. But he isn't the only one who carries a tune.
A lot of clients sing here.
When you first walk in, you think it's an ordinary barber shop, but from the sounds of it, you quickly learn otherwise.
Well, it's really a barber shop, but we went ahead and set a stage up so we could have both at the same time. Got two different worlds at the same time here.
Ray opened the barber shop about 2 years ago with his twin brother Ralph, and it wasn't long after that the sound of a barber at work made perfect harmony with the town's musicians. But before they came to the Wiregrass, they opened a barber shop in Atlanta. Maybe you've heard of their clients.
Hank Williams Jr., we used to do all of them. Yeah, just about every celebrity you can name in the music business at one time.
But now they call Taylor home and cut the hair of the talent found in this town.
We have a great time out here. It's just a lot of good entertainment.
And the entertainment is why so many people come to stay.
I like to listen to the music.
And every once in a while, even Ray puts down his scissors and picks up the microphone. Making it hard not to get wrapped up in the fun. So while the Rayleigh brothers may be far from the Grand Ole Opry, they wouldn't trade Taylor for Nashville.
I don't think so. We have such a great time here, we don't want to change a thing.
Because those who enter with a happy heart and leave with a tapping toe. In Taylor, LILA GRACE, WDHN News.